Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. My name is Adam. I'm the community manager of Franchise Hockey. With me, as always, and not digitally pictured on your screen, is Everton producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
And we are back with Sweet Home Chicago, Chicago Blackhawks 2025-2026 season part 6. Jeff, you kicked us off with a 7-1 start, and we're doing all right. So we're not going to
Inexplicably all right. Not sure how we're doing this, but it just seems to keep working.
Yeah, actually, before we go too far, I'm going to get some contracts signed. Ooh, Spencer Knight wants almost $6 million for 3 years.
He's going to be the starter, so that's fine.
Yeah.
We still got Soderblom for another year after this one at 1.4, so
Connor,
7.5 for 2 goalies is pretty reasonable.
I wonder if I can just try to get Connor Bedard on a big long contract. He's down to 6.9 for 2 years. So I guess that's what.
Okay, yeah, he's trying for the. Is that the?
Is that the?
Is he trying to get to UFA
He might.
The earliest possible opportunity?
Joey Veleno wants 2.8.
That's technically quite a bridge deal.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Nazar's out, but we'll get him. He only wants 1.12.
Korchinski's going to want a decent raise.
And sorry, Korchinski, Lucas Reichel will get here contract signed, 1.16666 or 1.66666. Korchinski.
Just to recap where we are, if anybody's coming in new to this, we've started a new game with the.
Actually, Korchinski wants only 3.4 for 6 years. Done.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Started a new game with the post-trading deadline rosters of the Blackhawks from this year. So it's starting in 2024-25, but with the final rosters. So obviously we got Spencer Knight in goal as the major change there. And he had a great year for us in the first year, and we drastically outperformed the actual Hawks from this season. Yes. Which has pumped up the owner expectations, which may or may not be realistic for the team we've got. But then we picked up Tavares and Besser in the offseason as free agents. Tavares hasn't had a great start so far. 3 points in 8 games for $7 million. A little bit. Oh, look at the Sharks. 6-2-1 start.
Well, I expect the Sharks will be better.
As opposed to getting any worse?
Well, staying the same, I would say more. All right, took a bunch of guys. I'm not really in a big mood thinking we have to sign Jason Dickinson or John Tavares. Nick Foligno's probably going to walk. Mikhailiev will probably walk. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm thinking out. All right. Moving on. In real life news, Jeff, the Panthers are headed back to the Stanley Cup Final for the 3rd time in a row.
Yep, and I may see the Oilers there tomorrow. Oh, that looks like Zach Hyman's out for the playoffs now.
Yeah.
But Florida should be a pretty good series.
Well, I'm not writing Dallas off completely yet, but they're sure not giving much confidence to that. We also have, I saw Adam Lowry apparently is out till November.
Yeah, I saw that. You're going to be missing him for the first pretty good chunk of the season, even if it goes to schedule. But yeah, Oilers-Panthers rematch after last year. Oilers 1 goal away from a cup.
Again,
so they should be motivated.
If it gets there,
it'll get there.
And we've got on a bit of a losing streak, although we lose in overtime this time at least. All right, continuing on here. Was the Memorial Cup ending tonight too? I kind of.
Uh, I haven't looked, but I
I know
think
there was a
it's
game
close
tonight. I
to,
just
if
don't know
not.
if it was the final tonight. Because it was the two Q teams tonight. Really need Spencer Knight to get hot here. There we go. 7-1 win. That's better. Tavares with a couple goals to start. All right. That's
No, this was just yeah.
okay.
Was round robin, last game of the round robin tonight.
Okay. I always forget how long that tournament is. And if you ask me
So
where it is, I
Moncton
still.
won. So it's in Rimouski this year, but they're winless. As probably Kelowna is going to be next year. I
Oh,
wonder if the whole host city concept isn't really worth sticking with. But what were you going to say?
well, I mean they've pulled teams from hosting it before when the teams have been that
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. I
Fort
don't think
Norton
they're
went
going
over
to do
Eaton.
that to Kelowna, regardless of what happens next year after we got screwed out of the COVID year cup.
I don't know.
But yeah, Medicine Hat first place in the round robin undefeated, then London, then Moncton, and Rimouski. So it'll be London Moncton for on Friday night, and then the winner of that plays Medicine Hat on Sunday night.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. Los Angeles trades the rights to Alex Lafreniere, who's in the SHL, for Casey Middlestat. Then LA flips Joel Edmondson for a 6th-round pick. And then they trade Brant Clark to the Rangers for a 3rd-round pick. LA's shaking up their team.
Yeah, they're off to a bad start. So they didn't have a great year last year.
All right, going to put Soderblom in for this first one. And 3-0 loss to Columbus. Ugh. Disappointing.
Yeah, scoring still kind of concerning for us.
Yeah.
We started as Nick Foligno was actually our leading scorer, which should not be the case.
No. Cam Fowler's going to come out. Going to get Kaiser in there for a game. Seven, 4 loss. Okay, I think I see part of the problem.
What's that?
I think our D pairs suck right now.
Either that or the luck is just finally running out. And
No, I don't think Korshinsky's playing too low in the lineup. That's part of it. All right. So let's go and get Cam Fowler back into the lineup. You know, do we want to take Eric Brandstrom out? He's got 8 points.
yeah, I mean, he's getting points, but
I just wonder if we put
is
Kaiser
whatever he's
in.
doing really, yeah, and his game ratings.
We'll try with Kaiser.
Branston's actually got, yeah. Branston's got the second highest game rating besides Lashunov.
See,
Amongst the defensemen, so.
Also wondering if we should actually move. Oh, oops.
Explaining what Adam's doing here is locking the forward lines, so
Yeah,
he only wants to change the defenseman.
except for I
Bertuzzi
didn't
was on the
realize the
first
left
line.
wings were not done. So did those move?
Yeah, Bertuzzi was on the first line. I think he goes up and the other two go down, one down each.
Okay, do you want to take Khrushchev off and move like Reichel up onto the second line? I feel like
Yeah, let's try it.
that might be a better move. And then, okay, Korshetsky and Luzhinov as our first pairing makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Let's turn down the ice times here a little bit. And see if we can turn some of this around. Do we want to turn... Okay, just Reichel and Donato. What are their other skills? So he's currently set to counter-attacking forward, which I guess is his best. And Donato is a... two-way forward. Okay, well, maybe we just wonder if we need to set one of them to more goal scoring, but we'll see how this goes with this change. And we lose 5-2 in our first game. Fantastic. And we only get 19 shots on net. That's a little worrisome.
And Foligno's the third star. Only problem is it's not our Foligno.
Game versus Dallas.
Vancouver, despite losing Besser, is actually doing pretty well.
And 4-1 win over Dallas. That's a little better.
Yeah, top line had a better game this time.
Second line all got a point on the final goal there.
Wings off to a big start, 12-2-2.
Yep. Nothing beat down of the Kings. Got outshot, but stood tall.
Yeah, there's Knight again.
Donato gets his first couple goals of the year. All right. Better. All right, and now we're sitting here feeling a little better. We're going to put Soderblom in for a game. And 4-1 win. Also good. All right. Liking that a little more. I guess Nazar was probably on the second line, wasn't he, when he wasn't hurt?
Hang on, I've still got my original lines on me. My original save.
Excuse me.
Oh no, that was from after Nazar got hurt. So yeah, I think he was second line. Had a good year points wise last year, so must have been.
Unless he was on the first line. And speaking of it,
He was. He get pushed down by Besser.
Nazar is getting closer to getting ready. Development report. Connor Bedard continues to go up. Kevin Krasinski goes up. Wyatt Kaiser goes up. Lots of guys going up who are in our minors. Which is very good. Francesco Pinelli. There we go. Going up. Brody Partridge. Nice going up too. All right. top selling jerseys. So look at that. We have 4 of the top 20 selling jerseys. Bedard,
We are
Spencer
now.
Knight, Brock Besser.
Major U.S. media market. Yeah, our two best players are two big free agent signings.
And guys we signed to new contracts. All right, we're going to bump up team morale here now that we are into the season and have lots of points.
Jets not having a great year.
No, they are not. But they said they're trying to shop Kyle Connor, so.
And then Crosby's still in the top 10 in scoring.
Well, 16 assists will do that. Owner confidence update. All right. Thanks for doing great. Frank Nazar's close to getting back. Lucas Reichel.
Still thinks we're a contender, though. So
Got to give him some time off. Eye infection, he's down to 31%. So Mikhailov comes in for a game. And 3-2 loss to Vegas. I mean, Kaiser's come in. He's had multiple stars. His second star again. So apparently bringing him in has worked out well.
And seems like any defenseman we put into that spot is doing well.
Cardinals fan. Beat Chicago. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, Blues doing decently in this one. Panthers kind of struggling, surprisingly. They repeated as champions in first year of this game.
Oh, well. We continue on. Frank Nazar almost ready. All right. Toronto's kind of falling apart too. They're under 500. Oh, I should have. Nah, that's fine. 5-3 win over the St. Louis. San Jose. Say the name.
Bedard with the hat trick. And Bertuzzi with 3 points.
All right, so let's get Mikheyev out and get Reichel back in. So Reichel in the increased playing time has performed well. Just moving Nazar back to the active roster. He could play, but we're going to make sure he's fully healthy. Connor Bedard actually leading the league in goals for the moment.
Yeah. We did a similar thing happened last year because we've got him shooting more instead of being a setup guy in that top line.
Nothing wrong with that.
Make sure at the quarter-way mark of the season, let's have a look at the scoring when you get up to the next game. Team scoring, I mean. Tyler Toffoli with the comeback year. 7th in the league in goals.
All right. continuing on here.
You hearing anything about Ehlers and his contract?
What was it? Chris Johnson had something that like they're talking, but there's no real 5-1 win over St. Louis. They're still talking.
Yeah, more than what we're hearing about Besser in Vancouver.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it ends up going for whether he resigns or not.
By the way, you remember David Booth?
Former NHL player David Booth. Yes.
That's the one. Apparently out of retirement and playing in Australia.
Oh, was he in that clip of that fight? 8-2
Not sure. I saw on the Canucks Sport today. And nice win there over the Rangers.
Yeah. Things are actually Nazar can probably come back in now as I'm not super paying attention.
Yeah.
So the question is,
let's take a look at the team stats too.
no.
Colorado's actually passed us, so they're even hotter than we are.
Yeah, well, they're 1 point up us on 2 games in hand. Actually, Winnipeg just made a charge too there. Do, do, do. Um, I'm trying to think if, yeah, what was the wording used? I don't even remember. Yeah, it's not important. I'm curious to see if a new CBA is signed within the next week for the NHL.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have the stability. Doesn't sound like there's any major problems.
No, they said they got something solved. Or wasn't it the salary loophole?
Which one?
Like for long-term IR and playoffs.
Uh,
I think Bill Daly said something about that. That's been resolved. It wouldn't shock me if at Bettman's press conference in the finals if he announces it.
where'd you see that about Daly? I'm looking for it then.
I'm not sure. It was some comment he made on something. I'm pretty sure.
And Bedard finally creeping up in the points leaders too.
Oh, about time.
Team stats.
Just relax.
Just reminding you.
Oh, first, actually, I want to get Nazar in. So who's coming out for Nazar?
I might as well have a look at the stats first and see who's been doing worse.
Fine, fine. Stats. Take Connor Bedard out. Okay. Oh, Mikolev's
So
going to do the worst.
Foligno fell off after that fast start, but he's still producing better than expected. Korchinski, yeah, he has not been having a good year.
Well, he was buried on the depth chart there, so he's picked it up a bit since we moved him up in the...
Yeah, so, I mean, Levshunov's doing great.
Nadeau, I don't want to
Besser.
take out of the lineup at 20, unless we're sending him down. Which we could, but...
No major problems. Khrushchev took the demotion, okay, it looks like, going off the first line. Maybe it will have to be Nadeau.
Well, I mean, it's either Nadeau or Khrushchev.
Yeah, I don't think you want to send Khrushchev down. I think it's going to have to be Nadeau.
Well, we don't have to send anyone down, but...
Well, you have to take somebody out of the line,
Yeah.
at least.
All right, we'll send Nadeau down for now. Just leave Nazar on the fourth line for a game or two.
Yeah, check Nadeau around Christmas or so and see how he's done in his 10 games or whatever in the AHL.
All right.
Speaking of the AHL, how's Rockford doing?
So demanding. Rockford is
Yeah,
10 and
safe
7.
there right away.
Middle of the pack
Okay.
in the Central. Okay, I'm just thinking here for a second. I'm going to lock all of this again. Actually, I don't care if the bottom pairings move at all, but I'll hold them for as it is. Just change those ice times a little bit. And make
You're
sure
only
Nazar
giving
gets...
Bedard 18 minutes ice time.
Well, he's going to get special time, too.
True.
I don't think our fourth line trying to get close to 10 minutes is a bad thing.
I don't know how well the Flyers are doing this year. First in the league.
All right. Game versus Toronto. Let's put Soderblom in net for this one. Sim it out and 4-2 loss to Toronto. That hurts. Held them to 18 shots. Brutal. All right, and
Do we have harmony problems? I can't remember if I hit that before I saved it for you.
well, we didn't get asked about it, but we have some. Of course, our captain's involved with 3 of them, so
So, yeah, you can't do anything for those.
but okay, we worked down one more of another one. All right, game versus the Utah Mammoth. 2-1 win.
Oh, I forgot to remind you that the Mammoth logo was in the file, but apparently you found it.
Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Bedard back leading the NHL with goals again. Calgary having a rough go. Buffalo's having a terrible start to the season. Excuse me.
Yeah. Well, Calgary had actually been last for a while, but it looks like Buffalo slipped behind them.
Pittsburgh's listing offers on Erik Karlsson. We should go after him.
I'm thinking no.
All right, continuing on. And 5-4 loss to Tampa Bay. Man, come on, guys. Overtime loss.
That's a point.
Lucas Reichel keeps getting points. I forgot I was going to check to see how Frank Nazar is doing. I will look after we get to November 20th. Okay, Nazar has 2 assists in 4 games, playing 10-14 a night. Okay, for fourth line, that's about right.
Yeah, okay, off after a fairly lengthy injury.
Maybe we should move him up to the third line?
At least, yeah.
Move Foligno down?
Yeah, Foligno slowed down a little bit, and he's not even really in there as a scorer, so gives us a solid fourth line.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. 5-4 win in the first game. All right.
Foligno's fitness is way down.
Yeah, I saw that. Just going to burn past it and not worry about it for the moment. He'll be fine, probably.
And 1 week away from the start of the CFL season.
I am interested to see how that goes.
Yeah. Hopefully the Lions can pick it up from where they were last year. That was not an impressive season.
No, he can't play center, but he's going to play center for 1 game. Actually, can Nazar play center? Yeah, okay. He'll switch in and play center.
Khrushchev can play center.
Yeah, I don't want to swap the full lines. 7-5 loss. Oof. That is a high-scoring game. Up 3-1, tied 3-3 at the end of the first. Then they score 3 straight and we get 1. Or sorry, no. Traded in the second, then they score 3 straight. We got 1 back late. Not super late, but... Unanswered mail. People are criticizing Bertuzzi. We are going to defend him, but say there was room for improvement.
How's your media relationship right now?
It's a great question. I will look in a minute. Just as everyone suspected, Connor Bedard and Lucas Raymond are tied in the league lead for goals. Excuse me. All right. Just checking. So Veleno's back to 100%, so Mikhailov can come out. Veleno comes back in. My media relationship is good. Kaiser's at 80%. Better keep an eye on that. 8-4 win over Anaheim. All right. Very good. Very good.
Nice game from the second line.
I like that second line.
Just not sure about Reichel there.
I'm not sure about the center, but Reichel has second line upside. He's a
should be sure about the center. You're paying him $7 million a year.
Well, for 1 year. And I didn't want to do it, if you remember. You made me.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me. I didn't want to give him I did not want to give him a what do you call it, contract. No movement.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's only for 1 year. And with any luck, if he wants to resign, he won't ask for the one this year.
Or we let him walk and have, like, Brady Nadeau come up. 8-4 loss. What's up with all these 8-4 games? It's crazy.
Yeah, that's nice.
Branston comes in and has just a terrible game. Cam Fowler has a terrible game. 29 defensive game rating. Nick Foligno, 29 defensive game rating.
Well, Shuno was actually pretty good in that.
Yeah.
He's about there. Besser was okay, too.
Lashinov got injured. Also not good.
And Kaiser is still hurt.
Very up and down game. Colorado's pulling away at the division already.
Well, they've been kind of inconsistent.
Kaiser's up to 75%. He can come back in. Branston had such a bad game. Just looking here. Actually, yeah, Hudson Thornton is actually listed as their number 4 defenseman sitting in the minors.
He's doing okay, not spectacular.
As a rushing defenseman, yeah, interesting. All right, game versus Dallas. And 3-2 win over Dallas. Joey Veleno, goal and assist. All right, better. Reichel picks up another assist. And Brock Besser gets injured. That's not good. We'll miss 3 weeks. Okay, Nadeau's coming back up.
Yep. So how'd he do in Rockford?
3 points in 6 games.
Yeah.
Just looking to see if anybody else is... Oh, it's Brampton. Cole Gutman, 26 years old, has 23 points in 22 games.
26 years old.
I know, I'm just checking things. All right, Nadeau, come back up. Okay, let me think about this for a minute. Besser gets replaced with Nadeau. Besser goes to the injured list. Nadeau gets replaced with Nazar. And Nazar takes his spot on the first line. We'll see how that goes. The little engine that could. right. And Kaiser's finally healthy, so that's good. Shunoff is bruised thumb has got him down to 54%. It's disappointing. Although I can't imagine a bruised thumb would make it very fun holding a fork or a knife.
Or, a stick.
Yeah, you just keep your thumb out for a stick. That's not that hard.
Till somebody slashes you.
It's where you have a piece of rebar underneath your glove.
I'm not sure that's legal.
Make your punches a lot more effective. All right.
Putting on the rebar, coach. You want some?
Jake O'Brien continues to go up, which is nice. Not a lot of guys on our team increasing. Lots of prospects.
They're getting there. Oh, prospects are always going to go up more.
Bedard, Spencer Knight, and Besser are still selling jerseys. Monthly budget. We're not changing anything.
No, our guys. OHL top player of the month.
Da. All right, let's see if we can take the next step. And 4-1 win over New Jersey to start.
And you're December, so you can work on that morale a little more.
Yes, I just wanted to see how Bizarre did in our first 17 minutes. And had 2 shots on goal. Okay. Not a great game, not a bad game, but... Alright, we're getting close to getting a few more things solved out. Which is good. Feel like we should have some Charlie Brown music playing right now.
Careful, get a copyright strike.
Not from that sound. Penguins have put Thomas Novak on waivers. All right. Nashville has decided to try and jump Brady Shea on waivers. Although, yeah. Logan Stanley is also on waivers. Declan Chisholm's also on waivers. Rasmus Kupari is on waivers. Michael Bunting. I don't think we really need any of those guys.
Yeah.
Brady Shea wouldn't
all
be
of them
terrible,
are.
but that contract is.
Ooh, $7 million for that. Yeah, no thanks.
We're going to have to give Shunoff a game off here. He's at 48%. So Brandstrom comes in. And simming out. And we... 3-2 loss. Give up 3 goals in the first. And just can't come back.
And the Flyers continuing to roll on.
I mean, we're not playing bad. Colorado's just on a heater, though.
Flyers are 3 points ahead of them.
No. Here's the thing: we could be in fourth place here very soon too.
Oh, well, yeah, the Jets have turned it around.
Yeah. Well, they did earlier, but Nashville's right there too. Right nipping at
And
the
Canucks
heels.
second in the Pacific, but that's mainly by virtue of the Pacific really being really awful this year. Two teams above 500.
Yeah. I don't know why you specified this year. That's pretty much standard for that. 4-1 win over Edmonton. Nice. Nadeau gets a goal. Or assist, not a goal. Good, good. Connor Bedard up by 7 on Sebastian Aho and Mark Scheifele for goals. Could we have our first Rocket Richard winner at this pace?
I have to work to catch him, as long as he stays healthy.
Yeah, it's a long season. Besser is close to returning to action. And we have a 9-0 win over the Islanders. Whoa. We held the Islanders to 10 shots on net. We scored 9 goals on 22 shots. That is disgusting.
5-0 after the first period, and it looks like the Islanders just gave up after that.
Okay, that might be the lowest defensive score rating I've ever seen.
7.
-6. Womp, womp, womp.
Couple of giveaways, yeah.
Reiko's got 24 points in 33 games. I don't remember what he was at when we moved him up, but that's pretty solid.
What was his total game rating with the 7 defensive?
I missed that. I think I'm going to go buy it.
You can take a quick check in the reports, too. Go to reports game performances on the league screen, and you can... I'm sure that'll be near the top. That only goes by total game rating, but...
Worst 100 skaters? Romanov. Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
Game rating of 13.
Oh,
Yep. That was a bad game.
I've been Truba with the second worst game.
I mean, to be fair, if you're out there for 6 goals, you're probably not having a great game. And you're probably a little bit frustrated by it. Would be an understatement.
Yeah, and San Jose's kind of fallen back to earth after that quick start. They're not there yet.
Winnipeg. And we have a 4-3 victory over Winnipeg. Bedard gets another couple goals. All right. And for the moment, we're tied with Colorado, but they have 3 games in hand on us, so... Calgary's only got 24 points on the year, and they are the lowest.
And it's also the Gavin McKenna race this year for the top overall pick.
So if there's time to go bad, this is the year to go bad?
Yeah. That'd be a good match for Calgary. He's playing Medicine Hat now.
All right. Kyle Connor's injured. Okay. Ooh, missing 3 months. Game versus St. Louis. Okay, we really need Knight to get hot here, but we're going to have Soderblom this first game versus the Blues. And 3-0 victory over the Blues. Very nice. Donato gets a couple goals. And Tyler Bertuzzi goes unassisted. Soderblom had a good game, but he did not do it all alone. Choices. All right. Florida signs Hunter Jones. Apparently they need another goalie. Predators and Blue Jackets trade Cal Lynn for Tanner Jeannot and a couple other pieces. Versus the Utah Mammoth, we have a 4-3 loss. That's disappointing again. Lucas Reichel scores unassisted.
Yeah, playing consistently.
And Reichel got hurt. Oh, no. Out for 3 months.
So looks like Nadeau does stay up.
Torn hamstring. Oh, man. That's too bad. 26 points in 36 games, and he's done for most of the regular season. So he's to the injured list now. Good news is Besser's day to day. Bring him back to the active roster.
And yeah, you got a couple of days off here, so Besser should be, well, probably should be ready to play.
Here's hoping. All right. Mid-season national awards. Do we have any? Connor Bedard's up for the Maurice. Man, we can't even get a shot at the Jack Adams. That's too bad. Utah National trade. Kevin Connaughton for a 7th rounder. Okay. Game versus Vegas. All right, we'll give Soderblom this game. And we have a 3-1 victory. Outshot them. Beat them up and down. All right. Besser's getting close. Pierre-Olivier Joseph goes for a 5th-round pick. All right, game versus Anaheim. And we have a 4-3 victory over Anaheim. A little bit closer that time.
Polino's fitness running down.
I saw that.
Oh, that was the second half of a back-to-back.
Yeah. I'm hopeful he rebounds for the one game before the Christmas break. Although I wonder how long it'll be before they try and have a game on Christmas again.
Yeah, I don't think that'll go over well with the players.
It's more about the NFL and NBA. Excuse me. Since they're kind of owning that day. But I don't know, if you're paying people enough money, they will go. All right, Besser is ready to go. So that means... Okay, let me think about this for a second. We have Nazar coming out and getting replaced with Besser. Then we have Mikhail coming out and getting replaced with Nazar. And Foligno's going to play through his one tired game. A 3-1 victory over St. Louis. To go into the holiday break with a 28-11-2 record.
Yeah, another pretty solid.
Excuse me.
It's not like not quite 7-1 to start the season, but still not bad.
Bedard up to 35 goals. 8 up on Mark Scheifele.
8 up on Scheifele.
Spencer Knight has 24 wins, 3 behind Samuel Harrison.
Dropped out of the save percentage rate or so. So not quite as good as he was last year.
I don't know. He's rocking a 246. I think he's doing exactly bad. And Foligno is now healthy. He's at 84%.
210 last year, so extra third of a goal.
3-1. We also probably had better defense than what we have this year.
Yeah.
All right, we've actually caught up to Colorado. We're both at 42 games played with 60 points. Although Nashville just jumped ahead of us.
Oh, Nashville's up there now too.
They have 2 games in hand, or we have 2 games in hand on them, so we'll see. 4-2 win over Vancouver. Nadeau gets 2 goals. Bedard scores, and then Tavares scores with 3 seconds left for his 20th on the year.
Into the empty net, yeah. So he's picked up the scoring a little bit too after the slow start.
And end of the year, player poll results. Any thoughts?
Don't think Bedard will be near the top yet, so I can't really see us getting many. We won't have the reputation yet to be the...
Nope. Best skaters, McDavid. Hardest shot is Cal McCarr. Tough is Liam O'Brien. Fast is McDavid. Best role model, Kopitar. Cleanest, Jacob Slavin. Controversial, Kadri. Overrated Tony DeAngelo. Underrated Radko Gudas. Smartest Harrison Brenke. Toughest goalie to beat Shishirkin. And coach you'd most like to play for John Cooper. Well then.
Not a single one mentioning us.
It's fine. We're only second in the league. First in the West, second in the league. Unless that changes in the next minute. All right, top selling jerseys development report. Nadeau takes another big step. Nazar takes another big step. And lots of guys going down. I'm going to keep our monthly budget all the same. Game versus Nashville. Come on, Spencer, we need you to get warm. And 3-1 victory. I like it. I like it a lot.
And check the morale before I wind it up here, just so I don't forget the start of the next one.
I can't break anything what's left because...
Harmony, rather.
Yeah. But
yeah. It's all stuff involving Foligno.
Yep.
Stop hating me, guys.
Our captain is fighting with everybody.
And I think those are the three guys that got annoyed when he tried to break up another situation.
Sounds about right. But he did fall off with a couple of them, and he's going to fall off with a couple more at the next month. So that's fine.
Unless something else goes wrong.
Don't be a Debbie Downer, Jeff.
Sure, it'll be fine.
It'll be great. It'll be fine. There is 0 issues. All right.
And it's all take a little bit longer. It's first of the year, so there's a few extra things going on.
Do. 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 All right.
And now it's Vegas giving Calgary a run for last place.
Vegas getting old.
Take a look. They got a few rookies, but no, I wouldn't say too old.
I mean,
And a
weird
couple
life.
of key guys who are older, Peter Angelo and Stone.
Their defense is ancient compared to some, anyways.
Eh,
All right, there we go. Owner confidence update set. Oh, perfect. New clique forms.
just in time.
All right. Veleno, Brock Besser, Connor Murphy, and Phil Karachev. Well, the good news is I wasn't able to use my Harmony before, but I can do it now. And got nobody. All right. Good breakup, guys. Sheffield presses in a little more. Excuse me. I like to imagine it's the guy standing around talking. Felino walks over. He's like, "Hey guys, can I talk to you?" And they go, "No," and then slam the door on his face. Oh, there's a big trade. Nick Ehlers and a third-round pick go to Philadelphia for Denver Barkey and a first-round pick.
So Ehlers resigns, but doesn't stay long.
Denver Barkey is a
Pretty good prospect.
pretty nice name too, and a first-round pick. Yeah, that's a. Ehlers had 49 points in 46 games.
Makes sense, though. Jets are kind of struggling this year, and Flyers going like, well, not struggling, but not really dominating, and the Flyers are leading the league, so they're loading up. The
Cardinals
first
fan.
cup in
Can you guys please stop winning
50
so many
years.
games? 6-2 victory over Utah? No, Cardinals fan, no. We're going to win all the games we can. Nadeau converts to right wing. Well, that's good.
Yeah, we got too many centers.
Well, we also needed to strengthen our right wing. So with that, though, we've been streaming here for over an hour, so I think we're probably kind of good here. So thank you very much, excuse me, for tuning in to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 11 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Franchise Hockey Manager, as well as twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. All of our streams are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments as well, with stream archives going live Saturdays at around 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for our European viewers. You can also reach out to us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. We're also on Bluesky as @Franchise Hockey. We're on Instagram and Threads and any other social media. You can find us somewhere too. Of course, you can come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, which will bring you to official forums, where you come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager, Out of the Park Baseball, Perfect Team, Go, or anything else you wish to discuss. Jeff, did I miss anything?
I don't think so. Last game of the dream year.
6-2 win.
And you get a win.
Of course. All right. With that, we'll be back again next week, continuing the Chicago game as we push towards the playoffs, I would assume, Jeff.
And hopefully not an early exit. Yeah, I don't think we'll get quite to the playoffs, but we'll probably wind up leaving it for you. But
yeah, we'll see. How things
try not to completely fall apart or get half the team injured in the playoff stretch run.
That would be nice. We'll find out, though. All right, with that, thank you very much, and we will see you all again next week.